Hey guys, welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. That was very good, wasn't it?
That was very loud.
Welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. It's been a while since I've been in this studio, and I've got to say, we've been missing the show. We've been missing it like crazy. I was just speaking to Julie, my co-host, and Julie was like, "Man, I've been missing the studio, I've been missing recording." Because once you start recording, it's like addictive. You want to record all the time. And I've been missing recording. We did a lot with the Darwin Festival, and we kind of didn't run ourselves into the ground. It was just we got very tired. So I gave everyone a bit of a break. Today I'm here with Rachel Evans.
Yep, that's me.
And I've put Spirograph Workshop. I've been calling you Spirograph Girl because you're doing the amazing pictures with Spirograph. And you messaged me.
Yeah.
And it took me back to when I was a kid because Spirograph was everywhere when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it just seemed
ditto. I just carried on.
It was a great tool, like to just, you can have hours of fun with it, couldn't you? You know?
Yeah, you can. I should probably say that I'm not actually affiliated with Spirograph, the company. I just
use it.
I use it a lot. I put all of my works up. I had a photo shoot for my website with my friend, and I put them all around me. And I sort of looked around, and I went to my friend Barney. I just went, "Barney, am I obsessed?" And he just sort of looked at them, and he was, "Did you not know this?"
I gotta say, it's quite niche. You were talking
It is very niche.
It's very niche, but niche is good because,
Thank
you. If there are 1,000 people out there that like this, they're all going to come to you because there's
That's
nowhere
very
else to
true.
go. You know. Before we get into this, though, I need to just do a quick shout out to our sponsors at Gin Different. Are you a gin drinker? You like your gin?
I don't drink alcohol that much, so no.
Me neither these days.
Good for them.
Well, they have got a great bar at the top of the market hall, and they've got a wide. Oh my God, I can't talk today. A wide array of gins, especially gins that you can't get at the supermarket. So make sure you check them out. Give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else. Gin Different are great. I've got to do a few shout outs, mainly because people have been emailing me the whole sort of 2 weeks we've not been recording. People have been like, "Yo, can you mention this out? Can you mention that out?" And I've got this list of things to talk about, and they're great things, to be fair. The tickets are now available for this amazing leadership conference that Shropshire Festivals are putting on. It looks fantastic. In fact, go to the Shrewsbury Festivals website, and you'll be able to see that tickets are available for everything now. The World Tennis Tour, the W60, which we're going to be covering, that starts on the 30th, I believe. Then they've got the kids festivals in both Telford and Shrewsbury, the food festival. And I got sent this email today by Claire from Shropshire Festivals about reenactment groups across the county are gearing up for a living weekend at Park Hall Farms, World War I trenches in Ulster Street. They're going to build World War I trenches and stay there and reenact battles and things.
What? Really?
It sounds amazing.
That actually sounds amazing.
Yeah. I want to go.
Horrible, because...
Yeah, it's like, look at the terrible conditions.
I'm going to say, it doesn't really sound that fun, but I imagine reenacting it and living how they did would be amazing.
War reenactment, I think, is quite important in a way, because you can literally put yourself in that environment, in that
absolutely,
atmosphere.
yeah.
I've got a friend in America, Chris Cronin, who does it in America, and they spend lots of money on their uniforms, on the equipment, and then they just reenact these battles so you can smell the gunpowder, you can feel the wet boots, and you can the tiredness and the damp and the terrible conditions they went through. So even though it's not glorifying war, it's more
remembering it.
Remember it, yeah, that's great.
Acknowledging.
Acknowledging the fact that these guys went through a terrible time.
Yeah.
You know. Let's get back onto you. So let's find out a bit about you. Are you from Shrewsbury originally?
I am born and bred, yeah.
Yeah?
Lived in Shrewsbury till I was 19. And then my mum said, "Do you want to go to university?" And I said, "Not really." And she goes, "Good, because I don't want to pay for it." No. So I was shipped off and I travelled for about 10 years. I lived abroad for about 10 years. And I recently moved back. I moved back about 2 years ago. I had some personal family reasons that, got me to come back. And I've been here about 2 years now, back home.
Is it good to be back, or did you miss it when you were away?
It's very strange to have lived away, and especially living in foreign countries where the culture is completely different. Because, you know, I lived in London as well. And London, yeah, it's London and it is a really different culture to Shropshire, but it's still British, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, you've still got the old men in the pub and, you know, you've still got everything that Shropshire has, but, you know, on a far bigger scale and on a far dirtier scale. Yeah. But, you know, still British. But, you know, living abroad, like living in France is completely, even though they're just next door, they're a completely different culture, just the way that they are.
It's nice to sample that though. I mean, like, I spoke to in the coffee shop just about my wife being Colombian. But when you go over to Colombia, I mean, even with a family here, it's very different because when a guy walks into a room and his family's there, you don't just go, "Sup, guys." You gotta say hello to everybody individually. So give everyone a kiss. Hello, nice to see you. And that's really nice. It's something simple, but it's something we don't do in the British culture.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I'll never forget. I walked into my job in France, and 4 colleagues were walking towards me, all of them French. And for each one, I had to go because I hadn't seen any of them that day, and I had to greet them like that.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was a funny little, like almost like a GIF, you know. It was,
I like that. That's really good.
It was just like, oh my gosh, hello.
It's just nice to feel that importance of family. We've got a different importance of family, I think, in the UK. It's kind of like that blood is thicker than water. I'll you know, you mess with my brother and I'll have you, that kind of the togetherness. But yeah.
I can't stand my sisters, but if anybody hurts them, I will kill them. So.
Same with me and my brother.
I'm joking if you're listening, girls. I love you very much.
So what led you to do this? Are you an artist anyway? Is that what you do?
I am an artist, but Spirograph has always been sort of the main thing. I was about 14 and I was playing with my Spirograph, like nostalgically, as I did when I was a kid. And I just started cutting out them, you know, rather than just sitting with the patterns, I just started cutting them out and I put them onto a piece of paper and stuck them all down. And I just remember my dad sort of coming in and going, "Oh, that's different. Like, that's original, Rach. Like, keep going with that one. It's really cute." And then I put it down and I didn't pick it up till I was 21. And I finished that one when I was about 21, 22, and it's gone from there. Like, it's that one was just called Childhood Dreams. That was, you know, just a 3-page, just completely covered in.
Have you got a website?
Random spirographs. Yeah, spirographgirl.com.
Oh, it was right then, Spirograph.
That's people call. Well, that's the story then gets a bit wild because I was living in Reykjavik and I'd been living abroad and everything, and I was waiting on starting a new job that was remote. And so I had some time on my hands, but I didn't really want to go out and work because, you know, I was starting a new job and everything. Yeah. So I said, well, why don't I do some more Spirograph stuff? And my partner at the time was like, "Yes, because you're annoying me. Go and do something. Leave me alone." Okay.
Active.
Cool. So I sat down and I remember making this Spirograph world map for literally the entire run of Ugly Betty. I watched the entire run of Ugly Betty while doing this. Like how many seasons it is. I think it's 10 seasons or something. And I sat there and I made this map. And it got 50,000 views on YouTube. I think it got 27,000 views in like the first day. And it's just like the business side of it has gone from there really, because people were contacting me from Colombia, funnily enough, saying like, "Hey, can we use your images and stuff like this?" And, you know, I had people from Canada contacting me. So I've just carried on really. But I was still traveling and everything. And now I'm back and I'm a bit more settled. And so I'm starting far bigger pieces. And I've recently finished the Dragon Spyro, which you might have seen on my Facebook.
Is it .com or .co.uk?
.com.
.com.
But yeah, I recently finished Spyro. He's massive. He's, I think, not quite double this table, but about that.
Wow. So
yeah,
about 4
to
foot.
you, I'd say. I normally say like 1.5 across by 1 meter, I guess, something like that. I'm not 100% certain.
Wow.
But he's big. He's a big boy. And but he's all individual tiny spirographs.
Wow, look at your
scales.
canvases. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
I love the world map one. That's brilliant.
That's the vaguely famous one.
Yeah.
That's the 50,000 view one, but Spyro just got 300,000 views on TikTok.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Well,
I'm quite proud of it.
Spyro's a popular cat, though, isn't he? He's Spyro, come on. He's famous.
Spyro the Dragon. No, have you not seen him? Like, he's a different. I just named him after Spyro.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's quite difficult on a podcast to describe a visual thing. I was thinking this.
yeah.
Like, I dressed in my Spirograph outfit and everything, and I was like, nobody's going to see me.
Yes, guys. If you, by the way, if you don't know what Spirograph is, I thought we'd best explain what this is.
Yeah, sure.
Spirograph is a toy. It's not a toy.
It's so much more than a toy.
I mean, it was sold to kids. I mean, I always remember it was always in the board game section, and it's basically it would, if you held it in a certain place, it would just spin around and it would make patterns. And
so it's a mathematical, like at its core, it's maths. That's what it is. It's angles and everything. And basically, you put you just go circle after circle after circle, round and round and round and round, which makes a pattern. I then cut out the said pattern, color it in, stick it on. Like every single one on those canvases is individually cut out and coloured.
I really like this one.
Thank you. That one's in Germany. No, it might be in London actually. They've moved. But there you go. There's Spyro. I haven't put him on the website yet.
Oh wow! Yeah. So it looks nothing. No, that's brilliant though.
But yeah, if you have a look, every single one of his scales is an individual Spirograph.
Wow, that's fantastic. How long did that take you then?
A long time. I started in February, I think, last February.
Wow.
And I only finished him about a month ago, I'd say.
I think it's fantastic that you've taken this classic thing.
Thank you.
And made something brilliant out of it, because it is very striking to look at, especially when you use all these colours. I mean, it is difficult to I mean, everybody right now, grab up your devices and go to Spirographgirl.com and look.
Spirograph is Spirograph.
Yes.
And then girl. Yeah. I hope that you can spell that. But if not, GIRL.com. Yeah.
Some of them are so psychedelic, aren't they? Look at that.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
That one's actually a digital one, but I think I made that out of real ones, and then I placed it into Photoshop and played with it.
It's like real life editing, isn't it? What you're doing? Because
it's all layers. Yeah, it's absolutely all layers. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever spent like weeks, months on a thing, and it's just gone wrong, or you dropped your tea on it or something? I don't know.
That has happened. Well, actually, I've had to change my pens because I did one after my mum passed away a few years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And after that, like to process the grief and everything, I did a massive canvas.
Mm-hmm.
But I used pens that faded.
Oh, no.
I know. So a good 2 months at the beginning of last year was me revamping that canvas with new pens. But what I really like that about my work is that it might fade, but you can put more on.
Yeah.
And like...
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, because if you're going to cut it out anyway, you can put...
Exactly, yeah. So it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker as the years go on.
We had Jamila Walker on a while ago, and she hates rubbers and erasers. She's like, don't use them.
Oh, no, I don't use them. I use all pen.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So
I mean, I do like rubbers, like from Fleabag. Did you watch Fleabag? That's the reason they put erasers on pencils, because people make mistakes. I do like that, because sometimes you do need to go back and fix something, but I'd far rather cover it up with another beautiful thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always jealous of artists and people that can make things like you make, because I'm useless. I'm not useless. I can draw like...
Well, we'll see, won't we? Because I've brought my kit with me.
You have brought your kit with you. I'm quite intrigued.
I've brought my mini kit with me, actually. This is a very small part of my studio.
How much kit have you got then?
A lot.
She got really tense when she said that, by the way. She was like, oh, I've got too much.
Okay, I do have too much. And Spirograph, the company, is hopefully sending me some more as well, which is a bit worrying.
Are you guys friends, you and Spirograph?
We talk quite a lot. Shout out to Michelle, Joe and Mary in cahoots in Michigan. Love to you all. But yeah, we talk quite a lot. They share me quite a lot because, I do big things with their product. And, like I say, I'm not actually affiliated with them. Like we work well together, and we're good. We're friends. But we have a very good working relationship.
They should embrace what you're doing, because you're flying their flag, man.
I am flying their flag, but I think I mean certainly not to say that Spirograph isn't a huge part of my work, but I think if it wasn't Spirograph, it would be something else, because I really love just sitting there and creating. And I love the spirograph, but it's the actual making of the piece and the colours. I love the colours. Like, the colours are a huge part of it.
This is just, I mean, I'm looking at this one now.
Oh, thank you. That's another digital one, actually.
But still, it's mind-blowing.
Thank you.
It is mind-blowing. I would happily pay for one of these. That's amazing. Oh my God, that's the best one yet. That's brilliant.
I'm getting that on shoes. I've got that on a hoodie.
Yeah, it's like a big...
I love how we're just talking about
I'm just like, yeah, that's great, that's great. They can't see. What I'm looking at right now is a luminous green with dark greens. It's like a flower, a dandelion. There you go. It's like a dandelion that you blow.
Yeah, green dandelion. It's actually called Irish Pixels, and I created it because my friend has a new girlfriend. They're still together. They've moved in together. Hi, Ed. Hi, Grania.
Good guys.
he makes podcasts, so he's going to be very happy with me.
Yeah.
But basically, the last girlfriend didn't like me very much, so I deliberately tried to start on a good foot with the new girlfriend. And she's Irish, so I made her an Irish. I call it Irish Pixels because it's a digital design. So yeah.
It's ironically beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. But that's how a lot of my works come to be, like trying to get people to like me.
Is this a good money in it? Is this something you can live off, or is it just something now and again you can make a few quid off?
I
don't mean to
prints.
get too personal.
No,
but, you know.
I sell prints on it, and like with the events, etc. I'm hoping to make that a bit more of a regular thing. Especially, I would love to do kids parties with it. Or ladies' nights and things like that.
Yeah.
It's a really meditative, like you go so zen into it. Like, I had a few friends over, and we did sort of like a test event. And actually, one of your previous guests was there, Jen from Rock Rose.
Yeah, she's ace. Hi, Jen.
I adore her. And we all just sat there and we were just so chill. Like, everybody was just like, oh, Rachel, just put the ABBA on and let the candles burn, and we're just going to make the little spirographs and put them on the little canvases and things. And yeah,
ABBA.
It was great.
ABBA.
Yeah.
ABBA. Okay, we're moving on.
Don't judge me. I've got a record player, and we put ABBA on, and it actually worked really well because everybody knows the songs. So it wasn't sort of like, there were no real strong opinions. It was just like, oh, you love them or you hate them. ABBA's fine.
With Spirograph being something you press down and you hold the button, I guess, can mood affect what you do? Because, do you know what I mean? Like with painting with a paintbrush or a pen, your strokes are broader when you're angry or whatever, you know. Can it affect, does your mood affect your work?
The colours do. The colours change.
Yeah.
And actually the colours change. Like, I often do video calls while I'm doing it and chat to old friends because, you know, I've got quite a few friends abroad. And I recently realised that my most recent work, Lily of the Valley, which is bright green on the back with pink flowers almost on the front, I realised that it's based on my best friend in America, because I'd been video calling with her when I invented it, when I created it, when I started the colour patterns.
Oh, wow.
And so I messaged her. I was just like, oh, this one's yours. She's great. Send it to me. Send me any royalties.
That'd be great. We'll have to commission you to do a logo for us.
I'd love to. That'd be great.
Try and do that. I mean, that'd be quite difficult, I imagine.
Oh no, just sort of blue backgrounds and then a yellow.
Yeah, we'll
happily.
We'll save up and we'll commission you one to do it. That'd be amazing in here. I love what you do because
thank you.
It's one of those things, like we're talking about Spirograph now, and we go, no, you sit down and you Spirograph it. It sounds simple, but if you look at the artwork, it's really not. It's very complex.
Thank you.
No, but it is though. I mean, it's simplified to say, oh.
Can you tell my sister that, because she's a mathematician and she's doing her PhD in maths now, and I'm doing very complex maths on this canvas. But I did have to call her and get her to help me with my invoice the other day. Like, I'm so terrible at maths, and yet, I create these things. But
it is as well, because I'm looking at the one from the planet, the Earth, the Atlas.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And to do Europe and to do America, you'd have to judge the sizes and the things that you need to get in certain places. So.
I'm actually going to do a bigger version of that, because that one's only on A3 paper. I've had it framed recently, and it's up in my apartment at the moment. I just don't have the heart to let it go, because I love it. Although people have asked if they could buy it off me, and I'm just like, no, it's my baby.
It's personal to you, yeah.
I probably would let it go at some point, but there's like certain canvases that I wouldn't, like the one based on my mum, I'd never let go.
Yeah.
And I've actually written into my will that I want it left to the hospice, because the hospice was so amazing.
Yeah.
So that's one big thing for me. What was the question? Oh, no, that was what I was going to say. I'm actually going to redo it because
you said you're going to do a bigger version.
A bigger version because Spirograph, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I'll email Michelle and double check. But Spirograph really want to get a World Spirograph Day going.
Nice.
Which I would love to be involved with, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
There are a few Spirograph artists out there, but not ones that have done a world map. And so they were like, it would be great if you redo the world map.
Are you guys all in touch? Because I know a lot of our podcasters and communities. We were about to talk about that before we start recording, but a community of Spirograph people.
There's 5 of us in a Facebook group. The thing is that a lot of people use it. Like within their mediums, which is wonderful. Like a lot of people use it to make mandalas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there's also, I know of 2 Spirograph artists who actually make Spirographs with their bodies. One in America, one in Australia. It's just like...
What do you mean with their bodies?
So they cover their arms with, what is it in a pencil? Not granite. You know what I mean? Graphite, yeah. So they cover their arms and knees and legs with graphite, and then they sort of very slowly go around a huge piece of paper doing the same motions over and over again, and they make huge spirographs with their bodies.
Wow, that sounds fascinating.
And I know of one guy, that we're all on the internet, one guy who made a huge spirograph machine, which made, it was literally, when you go into a factory and it's like a water pump or something like that, it was that big.
Wow.
It was incredible.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And then there's quite a few other people who sort of do, if you look for James May's Spirograph documentary.
Yeah, because he makes the toys and he made the big fixed models.
Yeah.
Stuff,
he did a toy sort of BBC documentary, and there was a lady on there who she sort of did it where she just literally did the spirograph and then moved on and left it. She didn't colour it in or cut it out or anything. So there's a lot of us that use it. There's not many of us that do the same thing.
And that's brilliant for something for me when I was a kid. This is not meant to be offensive at all.
No.
But it seems like such a simple thing. You do one, and you do another. You've taken something and you've made it into your own thing. It's great.
I mean, you say it's simple. I mean, it is simple to do it.
But
it's simple.
You don't understand what's going on in the machine, though, do you?
No, not at all. But what you can do with simple things is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
If you think about it, a pen's a simple thing, and yet some of the greatest novels have been written.
We're having a conversation now, and people are all.
This is very philosophical. But I love it, and it's a children's toy, and it is easy and simple to do. But once you've sat for 60 hours and made a dragon out of it. It's not so simple anymore.
What you do with it isn't.
Thank you. That's really kind of you to say. And I'm trying to be modest, but it's not really working.
I was on a podcast the other day. Shout out to Lee Meakin. I was on the Conversation Junkie, and he was like, "Oh man, I love your podcast. It's great. It's at the level I want to reach." And I was just kind of like, "Okay, I know what it's like. you gotta play it." But kids would look at you and what you do and be inspired by what you do because I'm trying not to play it down, but it's just such a simple but
it's a
beautiful thing.
It's a very easy thing to do. Yeah,
and I guess it takes you away from stresses of life as well.
Oh my gosh, I always describe it as a Sunday afternoon in spring. When I'm spirographing, it's like the sun's coming through the window. I don't need to be at work tomorrow or something like that, or it's just so chill, and it's my happy place.
How many? Guessing about how many spirographs do you own?
Spirograph sets, or
sets. How many do you own?
Oh, God.
Around about.
Not that many. I have a really big one, which is quite fun. So. Oh God. So I've got the really big one, and then I've got the sort of slightly bigger one, 2 cyclexes, 2 super spirographs, and then the 3 and then my vintage 10.
About 10.
Spirographs.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I thought you'd be like, I've got cupboards full of them.
I do. Yeah. That's about right.
It was like me with the podcast. Like, it started off with a little snowball microphone, and I've got bags and bags and stuff at home. I've got stuff everywhere.
Well, I'm a filmmaker as well, so like all the videos that I do, like
are you?
Yes,
that's interesting.
I'll send you my website. But yeah, so the kit that I've got at home is just sort of, there's a lot of it. And my grandma sort of walks in and she's like, how, sometimes I say, oh, I'm just going to go and live on a boat, and, be a gypsy and live on the waters. And my grandma was just like, how would you fit? Like, how would you fit at all of this?
That boat would sink with all your kit.
You would die.
Oh, God. I love this. It is a passion. And when someone's passionate about something, I feel like it shows. It really does show. I mean, like we speak to authors and we speak to artists, and like Jen, who's made this beautiful thing that she's got with Rock Rose. Like when
she's wonderful.
She's ace. She really is. We've been chatting this week because we want.
Actually, the picture that you used on the podcast, I took that picture.
Oh, did you? Is that the one sat in a window?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even ask permission. I was just kind of, should be all right with me using that.
It's fine.
She liked it. It was fine.
I see it everywhere. I see it like press and stuff, and I'm just sort of like, I took that.
It's a great photo.
Thank you.
Everybody's got that. I mean, the one for me is the one at the flower show with me and Shane. I look quite striking. It's very unusual for me to look quite striking. But I always use that picture.
I took one with Barney the other day. Shout out to Barney. I hope he's not too mad at me because he texted me earlier and said, can you help me with my website? And I just said, no, I'm at work. But he took an amazing one of me the other day. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at Spirograph Girl. And we got his projector and we put one of my designs onto me.
Oh, wow.
Which was amazing. I just love it. Like, it's just got me with like sunflower spirographs on my face.
You do so much with it.
Yeah, you can.
What about Christmas for you? I bet does everybody get a spirograph off you?
No, I'm pretty good at gifts. Like I like to get something. Like I'm quite eco-friendly and everything, so I like to buy secondhand. So that's often.
I feel like I'm just poking you with a stick with this spirographing now.
No.
But I love it.
It's a big part of me.
Yeah. So what else do you do then?
Me personally.
Yeah, you work and.
I have a job. Yeah, I do PR and marketing for Bluebird Care based in Hill. I then also I make films. I'm writing a book at the moment. I've written some scripts and everything. I've been in film festivals. What else do I do? I spend a lot of time with my family. I FaceTime my grandma most days.
Very creative person. Yeah. And you like to make things. And I like
do,
that.
yeah, very much so. But yeah, with the jobs and everything, like I work part-time and then it's really nice to come home and do my spirographs. So.
Yeah, it's a bit like me when I'm moving house at the moment. I got my work, I got a kid, and I'm just like...
How many kids do you have actually? You were supposed to bring your little boy.
Well, Timmy was meant to come today, but...
How old is Timmy?
He's 5.
Oh, he would have been fine with the Cyclex, yeah.
But I said to him, would you like to come to Daddy's studio and do some drawing? I just said drawing. I didn't even explaining a spirograph to a 5-year-old. But do some drawing on the...
Right, child, it's a mathematical symbol.
I said to him, I made it sound exciting. I said, do you want to come to the studio and you can do some drawing? And he just went, no.
No, like Barney.
No.
Will you help me with my website? No.
So I shout out to Sophie, my ex-next door neighbour. Because we just moved.
Good old
out.
Sophie.
Yeah, he's there with her. So I was going to bring him, but I think he would have just been a menace. In all honesty, as soon as he sees me in front of this microphone, even when I'm at home and I'm doing the other show that I do, is kind of that he chooses that time to go to the toilet or something. That's just usually right behind me, and we move down.
I mean, we all need to go.
Yeah, he's just like, Daddy's recording. Let's go turn the extractor fan on, sing on the toilet, and then flush the toilet.
Absolutely.
I'm like, great timing, kiddo.
Yeah, I make videos for the Facebook at work, and literally we'll set up all quiet, we'll have the microphone ready, and then whoever I'm interviewing is like, just calm down, like ready to be videoed, and then all of a sudden just my colleagues like all outside the door go, morning, going?
The toilet won't flush.
Exactly.
We've had it before.
We've got some great outtakes, basically, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I always like natural sounding audio. It's like I think we're speaking to the Abbey at the moment. We're going to go and do some stuff with them to help them out. But just the thought of recording that echoey Abbey would be just amazing.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. But sometimes we've hit record here and then somebody's gone out with a leaf blower. It's quite frustrating.
Yeah.
So what have you brought with us today then? What is all this?
I brought
Show me.
a mini load of
Is there enough
kit.
space out here to get everything out?
I might have to take the headphones off for a second.
No, that's fine. So Rachel's brought some stuff today, a couple of bags. She's brought a small Spirograph. And biscuits, yes, thank you for the biscuits. Because we have the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
So I can't not bring you biscuits, and I made them myself.
Nice. Well, I'm going to have a biscuit. I'm on the keto diet, but I think I can have one.
Okay, cool.
It'll be fine. Wow.
I don't know if we'll have time to do a full canvas.
No, it's fine. I just want to see. I want to see it being done.
Yeah.
So
Well, do you want to do one as well? Because I brought you a canvas.
I can have a go if you like. I mean, you said you wanted to get on Instagram. I brought a thing
want to do
too.
Instagram live. That would be amazing.
Well, what I'll do is.
Let me unwrap and do the boring stuff.
We've both got mics stands for our phones, so we can do one Facebook Live for the biscuit and then Instagram.
Perfect. Instagram live for me.
Right.
Right, so there's your little canvas, and this is what's going to be happening at the event
get rid of this.
that I'm here to promote.
Yeah, we will talk about the event because while we're setting up, there is an event coming up that we're going to talk about in more detail, and there is a purpose to Rachel being here. It's not just so we can make Spirograph. What was I doing? Facebook Live. There we go.
Yeah. Right, so there's our little canvases set up.
That's so cute. Those canvases.
I'm live. Okay.
Hey.
So guys, I'm live on the Biscuit podcast, the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I hope you're all doing well, and yeah, here we go. Oh no, Spirograph still started.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, I'm live. So I'm live on the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Yay!
So I'm going to move this camera. Okay, guys, you probably hear me on both now, but I'm with Rachel Evans, who's Spirograph Girl, and
Do you want me to come in?
That's all right.
Say a quick hello.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Hey, we're Biscuit Studios at the parade, and we're going to do some live spirographing. I've got one, and you've got one.
Yeah, so you've got your piece of paper.
I've got my piece of paper here. This is like an episode of Art Attack. The Shrewsbury Biscuit does Art Attack. So here we go.
Right, so my first question to you is which set would you like to use? Would you like to use
You're
the
the
Cyclex?
expert. You give me one. I don't know.
Do you want the easy one? Do you want to start with the easy one and then work up?
Yeah, we can do.
Cool.
I haven't used one of these since I was about 8.
So that's your little canvas ready to go.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Spirograph Cyclex. I'll show you there, and
Wow.
yeah, and I'll show my live guys as well. Hi guys. So this is the Spirograph Cyclex, and this is super easy. This is the one that is generally aimed at sort of 5 to 10 year olds. You know, the ones that maybe don't have quite the right, that can't hold for
The
quite
motor
as long.
skills.
Exactly.
The motor skills.
And then these are all my pens. Oh my gosh. So many pens. So little one. So I'll use that one, and I'll just show you quickly how to do it. So one top tip, please don't try to go as fast as me. I'm very aware that I go very fast, but I've been doing it for so long that people sort of try to copy me, and that's absolutely fine. I get it, but
You're the expert, baby.
just take it slow, take it smooth, and yeah. So basically, you just go round and round, but like I go like that, but just take it slow, basically.
Okay.
This one's actually my favourite. This was the one that I loved when I was little. This
Can you guys
particular
see that?
shape. It's very ASMR right now.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's the Cyclex.
That's amazing.
Top tip, for example, these ones, this one gets a little bit stuck sometimes. If you get stuck, just start going back round the same way and just go over it.
Oh,
Okay?
right, okay.
So I'll give you the Cyclex for now.
Thank
and
you.
You can have that pen,
Thank you.
because I'm nice like that.
Bearing in mind, this is designed for what age?
5 to 10 year olds.
So if I don't do very well with this one, it's, I don't know what to make.
You do whatever you want. Whatever you.
I'm just going to try do just a random one. Okay, let's see how I get on with. I'm going to do the one you did. That one, wasn't it?
Go for it.
Okay.
And I would recommend saving some space for the other ones. I think I might go green. I haven't used green in ages.
Oh, look at this.
Oh wow! Well done. You're very good. You've picked it up quickly.
Is this something that takes a while to get used to?
It can be.
Oh, it's gone wrong a little bit.
That's okay. It happens. See, that's when it gets stuck. Just go back round the other way. There we go. And just go over it again.
Nice.
But can you see what I mean as it's quite zen?
It is actually, because you're concentrating on the lines, and it's quite a nice motion, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
I'm very proud of you.
Look at that.
Well
Guys,
done.
Look at that. What
Well
he does
done.
Spirograph.
Do you want to colour that one in first, or do you want to carry on spirographing and then we colour in when you've got a full page?
What do you mean by colouring?
Well, you're going to colour it in as well.
Really?
Yeah, you're making a canvas.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is what happens at the workshop that I'm going to be doing. So basically, you'll create the spirographs, colour them in, and then you'll make your own spirograph canvas, like you do, like I do,
Nice.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What colour should I do that?
Oh. There are multiple colours. I have a lot.
Shall we do it biscuit themed? Should we stick?
Go
with
for
this
it. Yeah, go for
so
the
we
blue,
want
the blue and brown.
Like a blue,
Which
brown, and
blue is
orange.
it?
Yeah.
It's sort of like
Which one's that?
navy. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Let's try the navy.
Go for that.
Right.
Do you want to do? So, do you want to do it all blue?
No, we can just.
Do you want to do the yellow as well?
We can do the yellow as
Right.
well. Yeah.
So here's what I'd recommend.
Yeah.
Here we go. Got my spirographing head on. So basically, what I tend to do is rather than going over with the dark colours and sort of doing each individual one, because I used to do that and it took a lot longer. So what I tend to do is I actually take the lighter colour, completely cover it, and then I do the darker colour in each of the...
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
So is this the harder bit? Is like getting the fine colour in and
It's quite tricksy, yes. it takes a minute. But actually, you know what? I'm looking at that and I think that you should have the shiny blue.
shiny blue.
Yeah.
I like shiny blue.
There you go. Use that one.
Okay, so what am I doing now? Just making it in a pattern or just cut?
Well, yeah, you do what you think feels right. You know, so I personally would sort of go that one, that one, that one. But if you want to do just like each individual one, I've done that before as well. You know, it's completely up to you. It's your artwork. I'm just teaching you the skills to do it.
Yeah. Let's do this. I don't know what to do.
Very proud of you. You picked that up so quickly.
Well, what can I say? I'm a creative guy. Yeah, let's do every other.
And then I'm gonna start, just so for my Instagram lot, I'm gonna start on another little shape, because why not?
Bet you thought you'd never see this on the Shrewsbury Biscuit, right? This is great. I love it.
Spirograph. No, I'm actually really happy that you're doing it, because there's a bit of a stigma against it that it's a girl's toy. It's not. It's a toy for everyone.
Well, I think it's great for guys to venture out there and be creative as well. You know?
And like, there's so many stereotypical boys' toys that have been, that are now used by girls as well.
Yeah.
And I'm really pleased that it's getting to the point where actually it's an anyone toy, So yeah, Spirograph should be included in that. And yeah, yes, it's stereotypically a girl's toy because it's quite crafty, but anyone can play with Spirograph. Like, it's
And it's fun as well.
it is fun.
This is ace. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about while we're doing this. Let's talk about your event that's coming up, because I guess you're gonna have lots of people sitting and doing things like this.
Absolutely. So basically, I have done a test event before, but this is the first proper event where basically it's a make your own Spirograph canvas workshop. It's going to be on the 10th of March. at the old post office on Milk Street. And yeah, basically come along, sit down, make your own Spirograph canvas, and I'll be teaching you how to Spirograph if you haven't done it before, reminding you how to do it if you have, give you a bit of Spirograph history, and I'll be there for you if you need some help. But basically, you'll just be listening to some chill tunes, surrounded by fairy lights. I'll have some of my work up on display, and it's all in aid of the hospice. So your ticket is £20, £5 of which covers the costs.
And if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Don't say that. But yeah, £5 of that covers the costs of your canvas and everything, and then £15 of your ticket price is a donation to the hospice.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, it's quite exciting.
And you know, for days like today, for example, it's rainy day.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Isn't it?
It's lovely, and I often sit of a rainy Sunday afternoon and Spirograph in front of an episode of Sherlock or something like that. It's absolutely perfect to be doing something.
Perfect TV for it, I guess.
Exactly.
Because it's got all that craziness about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought especially, basically, the story behind the events is I'd been thinking of doing this for a while, but then I got into NatWest's Back Her Business. I emailed them thinking like they're never going to get back to me. It's just an idea at this point. You know, it's a Zen Spirograph evening. A couple of my friends have said like, oh, it's really fun. You should do this. You should get people to pay you for this. I'm like, okay, if you say so. And so it was. I entered about 6 months ago, thinking I wouldn't get in, but I did. And so for Back Her Business, I'm doing the Spirograph events, trying to set them up as a business. But without really having done it before, I feel like a bit of a fraud, asking people to, come along and pay. So I thought, right, especially for the first one, I would like to do something for my mum and for the wonderful people that looked after her in the hospice. My sister's a tattoo artist in town, and she did a massive sale for Christmas last year for the hospice. And I was like, you know what, it's my turn. I want to do something for mum. And if it helps, that I'm doing something I love as well, then that's wonderful.
I think it's a great way to start off interest in
exactly.
People doing this. But what you're probably doing here is you're probably creating yourself some competition, because there might be somebody that's like, ooh, I really like this, I'm going to do what you're doing, So, that's a great attitude to have. That's a great attitude to have.
I mean, anyone can use Spirograph, absolutely. I mean, I think I'm about 2 million Spirographs in front of everyone. So, yeah, and I'm absolutely not against other people doing it, that I'm spreading the love of it. And realistically, if you're expressing yourself and creating something beautiful, then that's okay. It doesn't matter if it's something that I've used before. Every child in the world has used Spirograph before me, so.
I always say these awkward things just to set people up to say something beautiful like that, because I'm quite clever like that. But
look at you go, you journalist. How did I do?
You did great. Because it is great to encourage creativity. We always encourage that on the show. And, I always say I'm the same with the podcast thing. I get people come to me all the time asking me about they want to start podcasts, and
great.
In that I always want to help, and I appreciate
Absolutely.
that in others, because this is such a fun thing to do. But you're doing something like this is like a pastime that you're using to make money for charity, to create creativity. And that's really nice.
Yeah, and also, like, if I'm completely honest, I feel I'm so happy that I'm able to do something for my mum and for the hospice, because they're such a wonderful organisation, and they really looked after us. Not just, they didn't just look after mum; they looked after us as well. Yeah. During a really, really hard time. And so I really cannot sing their praises enough. I know, like, I always say this, it sounds really bad, but like even the cleaners in the hospice were there to help if that makes sense. And I know that I shouldn't say that. Cleaning is absolutely a valid occupation and everything, but sometimes you walk into a place and the cleaners just sort of ignore you, which is fine. I get it. I'm an ignorable sort of person. But when you walked into the hospice, everybody in that building is just, they care. And it's wonderful that I'm able to do something back for them that I love doing. So, yeah.
Well, I'm really sorry that, guys, that if you just sat here just watching me do a spirograph, I really forgot that we were doing a podcast for a second. And I was just kind of like, no, I'm going to make this look
I'm sorry.
good. No, I like it.
It's very zen, though, isn't it?
It is very zen. You do forget like what you're doing and where you are and stuff.
Do you want to have a look at what I'm doing?
Yes.
I'm pinning them down and making triangle ones.
Can people see it, yeah?
A little bit. There we go. That's
Okay, have a look what Rachel's doing.
Oh, I've unlocked it. I've locked it. Oh, no. I'll take this technical hitch to cough.
There we go.
Hi, guys.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you're pinning that. While you're doing that, I'm going to carry on making
You crack on. It's a good colour scheme.
I like it.
It's quite Swedish in a way, like dark Sweden after dark.
Jürgen from the Bisjürgen.
Yeah. I actually wanted to ask, why is it called the Biscuit Podcast?
It's the Shrewsbury Biscuit, named after the Shrewsbury Biscuit. There's a Shrewsbury.
Oh.
There's actually a place where it was created, which is up on Castle Street.
Okay.
There's a building, there's a plaque on the side of it saying, this is the birthplace of the Shrewsbury cake, which became the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Ah, okay.
It's quite bland.
Great. As are my biscuits, so no judgment.
But that's pretty much what a Shrewsbury Biscuit is what you've made, is pretty much... So,
is it?
Yeah.
I put icing on it, orange flavoured icing. I'll have you know.
I like encouraging tradition and new ideas. Oh wow! Look at that!
You can make all sorts of shapes. I like I said, I feel bad. I only brought like a little part of my kit, but my next big project is actually a map of Shrewsbury. And it's gonna be very, very big. But my friend came over and was spirographing with me, and he took some of these and he put them together and he goes, "Look, Rachel, I made a vase." And I went, that's not a vase, that's the Shrewsbury Loop. That's the loop of the river. And he goes, "No, it's not, it's a vase," and carried on like spirographing happily.
That would be amazing.
But I was like, no, wait a second, I need to do that. And it actually works out perfectly because I did the world map for my travelling, and I feel like I need to do something for home. So
that would be hot property. Would that be something you keep, or people sell it, make some money?
I don't know. Maybe we'd hang it up in here for the world to see.
That'd be amazing.
I'll pop you on the I'll do a little logo for you and pop it on the map if you want.
That'd be amazing.
Quite happily.
Oh, I'm having so much fun here.
Thank you.
Never mind the podcast. You guys are gonna have to wait till I finish this, and we'll carry on with the show after.
That's fine.
But yeah, this is awesome.
It's very relaxing. I'm not gonna lie. And that's not me selling like the event, which you should come along to. By the way, why don't you come along? You'd love it.
Oh, I will go. What
How old are your other children? You've got a 5-year-old.
Yeah, they would come. They live further away, but I can bring them. They'll be teens.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll bring them.
How old? Because it starts at 7.
14, 12, and 11.
For 14 and the 12-year-olds, maybe. Yeah. In fact, all of them, if you don't mind them staying up till 10. But that's your parenting. It's on a Tuesday, so.
Oh, that's a work day. But you know what? I could book it off. I guess.
Why not?
Swap shift. We can send Dee Dee and Shane and Julie.
Yeah, I'm going to say I wouldn't recommend it for little ones purely because it's so late. But I will hopefully be doing some, workshops aimed at children over the summer and over the Easter holidays and everything, but that will be up on my website. So
cool. Mm-hmm. I loved it. And you find yourself getting into a stride, don't you?
How you doing?
I'm doing these little diamonds so quick right now.
I'm going to show my Insta guys.
I am the diamond slayer. Look at this. I'm going to mess up now. You watch.
Yeah. I've just waved at everybody on my Hangout. How many people have I had?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Alex from...
They'll all watch it later though, because a lot of my followers, from the world map, I got a lot of followers from America. So I don't actually have that many in the UK.
Oh, right. I'm not going to do any shameless promoting of the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Make sure you listen to the Shrewsbury Biscuit. It's a great show about the town. It's great.
No, seriously, everybody listen to the Shrewsbury Biscuit. I was listening to your previous, previous episodes on while at work, and my boss came and told me to turn it off because he couldn't concentrate. I was like, oh, I'll get my headphones then.
I love that.
Well, he couldn't really hear you. He was in the other room, so I think he just sort of heard a noise. But I listened to Jen's one, and we've done, because we actually did a Halloween special at work with the Town Crier with Martin.
Oh, he
so I listened to that one, and I've done a photo session with Chris Shrewsbury from Where You Are Not. So I listened to his. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. I haven't seen him in ages, and I keep meaning to, because you talked about getting a GoPro on that episode, and I was just like, I've got a GoPro.
He's messaged me because he wants to start a podcast. I mean, I don't mean to air your personal stuff there, Chris, but I will. I'll definitely help him. He messaged me I can't remember what it was, and I was just kind of like, I'm so sorry I ignored you. But we're starting a new show for the other stuff that we do.
Amazing.
Which is it's a look into British and American culture.
Okay.
So
that's fun.
Someone like Chris Shirk would be brilliant because he goes round. I won't mess this up. No.
You mentioned a Cronin before. I feel like I know.
Chris Cronin, he's from Vermont. Yeah, he's from Vermont.
I think, no, it's because I've got a friend called Court Cronin. Well, she's Court Donahue now, but she's married, but she's Irish, so maybe they're like vaguely related.
Well, it's Vermont, so probably.
Yeah. I mean, you joke about that. I've recently discovered that I'm my own seventh cousin, so that's fun.
You're your own seventh?
Yeah. My auntie's really into our genealogy, and she discovered that two sisters married into each side of the family, and so it's sort of filtered down from there. So it's not actually anything like untoward, it's just the way that it's worked out. But I'm my own seventh cousin, which makes family reunions very easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is fantastic. Look at that. That's amazing. I'm really proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
I'm having such a good time as well.
I'm
I don't
glad.
think anybody's watching on the Facebook at the moment.
That's okay.
But
it's just for us.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this Facebook Live. My wife is watching. How's it going, Carol?
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm going to end this Facebook Live. I'm going to finish this picture, and then I'm going to put pictures of it on our social media.
Ooh.
I want you guys to stay safe and have a great weekend, and I will catch you guys when we release this on Monday.
Woohoo. See you.
Peace out, guys. Let's sign off the podcast.
That's fine.
And then we'll finish off these artwork because it's fantastic. I'm having such fun. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a real
You're welcome
pleasure.
anytime.
I've had such fun.
We will try and get to your event because I think it's important what you're doing. It's really important to you.
It is,
personally,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it might just one day Spirograph will blow up. And become what it wants.
I mean, I'm hoping to do it, if I'm honest. Like that's the plan. Like the dragon, like I said, like, you know, I hate to blow my own horn, but I'm gonna. The map blew up very quickly because I did a lot of press around it, and I think the dragon has the potential to do the same. And the maps as well of Shrewsbury and the New World map and everything.
People will love that. They will love
and
that.
I would really love to just, you know, this... I think Spirograph deserves, like, you know, it's so zen and so chill. And anybody who, you know, maybe has anger issues or has anxiety issues. I suffer myself from anxiety, and it calms me down so much. So to be able to help people in a little way, you know, maybe Spirograph's not for you, and that's absolutely fine. But art genuinely helps people, and that's what I'd like to bring to the world.
And that ticks the right boxes for me. We're all about that. I mean, I was talking to Lee. It was a really funny conversation we had, actually. It was on Conversation Junkie, and we were talking about. how now I look back at life from when I was younger, how I know I had social anxiety in school and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we were talking about girls and things like that. I was like, if I saw a group of like giggly girls and you walk past them, I'd forget how to walk. You know, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm walking funny or something, you know, and you would just like things like that you look back at, and
See,
I didn't have a coping
I always
mechanism.
just sort of like babbled. Just babbled. So, yeah.
I've been talking a lot. Weirdly, actually, a group of an old school friends have all put a group together, and they were all just slagging off the teachers, really. We're talking about school days, and I was like, I was a weird kid, man. I was a weird kid, but I didn't have an output. I didn't have, like, you know, whereas now I've lived life a bit. I kind of understand a few things now, whereas back then I was just weird. I had no idea. But you know, so this is a great way of, like, the point I'm trying to make is something like this you could put in front of a kid that doesn't realise they have social anxiety, you don't know have any answers, but it's something they could sit and just do, like you said, you know. It would really
I'm
help.
completely the other way though. I'm far too confident, which leads to problems. But like, I love, and this chills me out so much. So I genuinely think just sitting for a while and also creating something, you know, like meditation and mindfulness definitely has its place, but when you've actually created something and been productive in a sense, like rather than just, you know, you could say that mindfulness and meditation are productive for your mind, which is wonderful, but actually creating something, you get something out of it and you can see your journey almost, like, of just relaxation, which I think is wonderful.
Especially when
it visualizes it.
In this day and age when we have apps like Instagram where you get the instant feedback, you know, people are enjoying what you're making too, and that makes it all the more the worth, I suppose.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very ASMR, like I say.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us on this. What we're making is going to be the canvases. We'll take pictures of. We'll throw them on both of our social medias. Where can people find you again?
So I'm on TikTok at Spirograph Girl Official. That's where I spend a lot of my time right now.
I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it.
And then Instagram at Spirograph Girl, and Spirograph Girl on Facebook, and it's a little picture of a moth on a spirograph canvas. So
fantastic.
I think, or it could be, it's just a Spirograph Girl.
And where can people find access to the tickets?
So it's on Eventbrite, but if you go to my website, www.spirographgirl.com, so SPIROGRAPHGIRL.com, there's an events tab, and you can purchase that way.
And that's on the
10th of March, 2020.
It's about a Monday,
at
so you got a
7
few
p.m.
days. You got a few days to get those tickets.
It's 2 Mondays. It's 2 Tuesdays away. It's not this Tuesday, it's the Tuesday after. I've been trying to market it, but I've been literally drowning in floods. So
quite literally.
Literally, nobody is promoting anything else other than flood stuff. So
yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? My calendar understanding has just gone out the window. I'm only just getting to the concept of time and space and what have you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Make sure you check out our sponsors, who are Gin Different. They got the great bar at the top of the market hall. But, you know, for now, just give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram. Get yourselves well acquainted. And we will catch you next time. Thank you very much for listening to the show. Make sure you go to our website as well. I forgot that. We are www.theshrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk. That's our fantastic website made by our friends at Web Orchard. It looks great. It sounds great because you can listen to the audio directly off the site.
Yeah, I should really do a Spirograph label for gin.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That'd be it.
Because it makes you spiral.
Perfect analogy. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.